From our studios in Olympia, Washington, TCTV presents South Sound Seniors, news and views featuring the people, places, and events that impact our growing senior community here in the South Sound region. Our program is presented as a community service to inform and involve you and yours in the lives of older adults. Your host for South Sound Seniors is the Executive Director of Senior Services for South Sound, Eileen Mackenzie Sullivan.
Before we get started, I want to say a huge thank you to TCTV, to all the volunteers and the staff here that make it possible for us to come into your home. We always partner with Senior Action Network every other month, and this is the month that we're partnering with Senior Action Network. So we have some members of Senior Action Network, and we have Deanna Joyner. Welcome, Deanna.
Thank you.
You bet. And we have Karen Donnelly. Welcome, Karen.
Hello, Eileen.
And thank you for filling me in your last names. We go to the Senior Action Network meetings monthly, and sometimes I run into you at other times, and we all are on a first name basis, so I had to drill that into my brain. Mm-hmm. Thank you. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. So you have a business called Smooth Transitions, which is a great name. And you've been a part of SAN now for a number of years.
Mm-hmm. Yes. A couple years.
Mm-hmm. And you're going to be talking to the SAN group and doing some other speaking engagements around the community. So for those folks in our television audience that won't get to hear you talk, tell me, and you can fill me in a little bit on what does Smooth Transitions do?
Okay, well, we're a move management company, and we help seniors is our basic people that we work with, and we help them do relocation, but we also can help them downsize, or we can help them stay in their homes, help them look at some safety issues to stay at home safely. So we do just a variety of things for seniors.
Okay, so you'll help go in, and if they're just kind of scattered, disorganized, you can just help them organize and live better where they are.
Yes.
Or if they're moving, maybe they've been in the big family home for years and all of the stuff their kids left there when they moved out. You'll help them move to a smaller place, or smaller house or an apartment. And then I assume you also help people move to some kind of a assisted living or retirement community.
Correct. Correct.
Is there any one over the other that's more frustrating, or do they all have their...
Well, they say the people that live in the homes, they have like 4 generations of things in the homes. So the homes are probably the ones that take the most time, so they're the most challenging, but the most interesting, I think, than any of the other places. That's what we really like doing, is helping them decide what they can take and focusing on the move and getting a new start. A new start. That's what we really enjoy doing.
All right. Well,
we find when they move to communities that they eat better, they socialize, they get around other people, they're having fun, they're doing more activities. So we really enjoy moving them to communities.
So you know they're going to be
taken care of.
Yes. Well, Deanna, how did you get into this move management business?
Well, it's a really new concept out here on this coast. Back east, it's very popular. But what happened was I was looking for something to do, and for the rest of my life, what was I going to do? What business? And I heard about a move management company up north that helped move seniors. And it was just like, that is it. That fits all the criteria of everything that I want in a business. And I came home, I started looking on the internet to see what was around here. Couldn't find anything like that around here, but I found Barbara Morris back in Kentucky, who trains senior move managers.
Interesting.
And so then my friend Patty said, I think Karen might be interested in something like that. And so I called Karen, told her about this, sites, and we got together, talked to Barbara, made our appointment to go back for training. So within a couple weeks, we were back in Kentucky getting training, and that was invaluable. Totally.
Really?
Just, that was wonderful. Yeah.
What's a few nuggets that you learned while you were there, if it's not a trade secret?
It's not a trade secret. Well, working with seniors is a lot different than just working with anybody. One of the things is the patience level. We step in and we're not call the enemy, the family, because we don't tell them what they can and cannot do.
Right.
We're kind of their advocate, so we're able to spend time with them. So we look at the senior individually, and we're able to talk to them about the things that they want to take or the things that aren't real important to them. Everything has a story, and so we get to listen to all the stories, and we love that part of it. And then they're able to sometimes let go of a lot of those things once they've told the story. And then we're able to look at the new place they're moving into. We design that, and we're able to know exactly how much stuff they can take. So we can say, Betty, this probably is not going to fit where you want to put it. It would just go in a closet. Are you okay with that? And if they are, then we let them take it. It's their things, Their family and friends sometimes look at it as junk and stuff, but we know that they're treasures and memories. And so we like to preserve that as much as we can. So that's kind of one of the big things to us, is working with the seniors.
Well, and I'm sure many people are moving usually after months, sometimes years of their family saying, you're not safe, you got to move, blah, blah, blah. So they have kind of almost set up a resistant relationship. So I bet it is really nice when you come in and are on their side.
Yes.
Yes. Yeah. So what do you do when you first go in to meet somebody? How do you kind of know it's going to be a good fit with that individual or family that you're going to be helping out?
Well, we spend time with them. I mean, we sit down with them and ask them what they want. What do they know where they're going? Is really the first thing. Do they know where they're going? And we're into the very personal things, so we develop as much a rapport as we can with them. And a lot of that is with them telling us stories, telling them about, having them tell us about their life, and so we just make friends with them. And we go visit them after we move them. We go visit them where they're at. We send them cards for their birthday, and they kind of become our family. A lot of seniors have no family, no kids to help them, and it. So we step in to fill that role, and a lot of times they need more than just help with the move. They do need to know where they're going to go, and so we can help them by tying in to somebody who's going to help them figure that out.
And figure it out.
Yes.
And so then once the place is decided where they're going to move, you actually can go in and measure and see how their things are going to fit in the new space.
Right.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's huge. And I think my mother moved to my home. We put an apartment in downstairs for her, and fortunately she had myself and my brother and sister to help with that. But even with that, my mom was totally overwhelmed. My mother probably lived in 15 different houses in her lifetime. Every move, she'd moved from Massachusetts to Alaska, didn't even miss a beat. She was very organized, like I think you ladies are, and she just didn't miss. But when she was 87 years old, just the idea of moving, even though she knew she had us to order around and tell what to do, it was overwhelming for her. So I can imagine some of your clients just don't know where to start.
Right.
They don't, and that's our tagline, overwhelmed with moving. We have that in the senior news, because that's the first thing. It's just like where do I start? Even though they know they need assistance, or they need to downsize, that they can't take care of the home anymore, or they can't do the things they used to do.
Right.
The everyday tasks are becoming more difficult. They just don't know where to start. And so when they get a hold of our phone number, they say, how much do you cost, and what do you do? And so we kind of go back to, what do you need? And we start there and just kind of feel them out. What do they really need? Are they really prepared to make the move? Also, sometimes there's some loose ends with some things that they need to do that they're really not ready to move at that point. Maybe they just need to downsize a bit. make things a little bit safer for a period of time. So it just depends
Right.
on the person. We just individually talk with them. We spend an hour, we do an hour free consultation, so we spend an hour with them just meeting them, looking around their house, asking them questions about themselves, you know, how long they've been in the area, what they do, if they have any family, and those types of things. Just getting ourselves familiar with what their needs are.
Right, right. So then you two are, I know you're both very strong and you work out, but I imagine you're not actually the ones lifting the dressers and the beds and the couches.
No, we hire the mover.
Okay.
And there is one particular mover who doesn't do any packing.
Okay.
So we do the packing and the unpacking.
Okay.
When we do a move, we focus on packing what they're going to take with them. And then on move day, we go first thing in the morning and we strip their bed, get that ready, things from the kitchen, last minute things, pack those up, meet the movers there. And then they take the stuff to the new place and we are there. And one of us is unpacking, the other one is directing the move where the furniture is going to be placed. And so we're busy the whole time. And then we've made the bed. And a lot of times the senior will come and rest, take a nap while we're unpacking. So they're never displaced. They're in, you know, they're in their place that day.
It feels like home because they have their stuff around
They have
them. It's
their
not
stuff.
all chaotic and
Yeah, and we get most of it unpacked the first day. If we have to come back the next day, you know, it's just to do some particular, you know, odds and ends. But we try to get the small kitchenette set up. We try to get the bathroom and their bedroom set up so they are functioning. We make sure everything is out of the way so they can actually stay there and make it look like home.
Yeah,
You know, that's
yeah.
what's really exciting, just to make it look at home. And we get excited because we see their things in a new place and we go, doesn't everything look new?
Yeah.
Even though
Yeah.
it's not new, it looks new because
Right.
it's placed in a different surrounding and in a safer surrounding. And then we always explain to them too that, you know, we don't do a lot of rugs, we don't, you know, do a lot of outlet things and that type of thing because we don't want them to have to move again or move anything else out. So we kind of keep everything so they can get around if they're not walking with a walker now or they're not using something motorized, they may be in the future. So we really
so you kind of
look
help
at
them
that.
with safety issues and with mobility issues.
Yes, because we don't want to make it harder for them. We want to make it easy for them. And then as they're transitioning, again, you know, physically, we want to make sure that happens for them.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
So then they've moved and you've helped them move, but what about all the other stuff back at the house that didn't move with them?
fun. That's the fun part. Well, and there's a lot of different ways to take care of the stuff that's left over, and we remember that out of sight, out of mind. So once they're moved, they're not really as concerned with it as they are when they're there.
Right.
And that's why we like to try to get the seniors to move first, because if they're moving with the things that they know that they need, not necessarily the things that they want, then it's easier to let go of some of those things. And so we have a lot of places like the senior estate store that will come pick up things. We have a church in town that has a furniture bank that they will pick things up and they will distribute it to people that need it. So there's a lot of areas if they want to donate things. We also have estate people that we work with. So if they've got enough items for an estate sale, usually it has to be $5,000 or more in value. We have an auction house that we work with that will come and pick up everything, take it to the auction house, they itemize it and sell it, and they take a percentage. The state place also takes a percentage. But there's ways to get rid of those things, and so either they want to just donate it or they want to make a little bit of money, they can do that.
Right.
We say you get something or you get nothing. So you kind of have to decide, because a lot of times, you know, they have a lot of valuable things, but it's really hard because a lot of antique stores are not buying things as much as they used to.
Right.
Things aren't moving like they used to move. So, you know, we just talk to them about, you know, what's the way that you want to take care of it, and we give them different ideas on what they can do. The lady we talked to today that we did an interview with has been giving everything away. she has neighbors and friends, and she says, I'm just giving it to whoever will pick it up.
Oh, that's neat.
So-
Yeah. Yeah.
Most of them give it away.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
really, most of them do.
Yeah.
I imagine it's another overwhelming thing to think about
Yeah.
selling it, unless they really have some
Yeah.
things that they know would sell well or what have you.
But that's another thing that we do to continue with our move management service is that we help do the clean out. I mean, getting rid of all the stuff so that they can get their house on the market or whatever
Yeah.
they need to do in a timely manner.
Yeah. Yeah.
So-
Wow. Well, I'm so glad that you two had the excitement and the passion to start this up here on the West Coast, because I think it's something that is definitely needed as people downsize. And just to be clear, though, you do work with other people that aren't seniors if somebody wants to hire you, if somebody's...
We do.
Okay.
We do. But our passion is seniors.
Okay.
We love seniors.
Yeah.
We just love hearing their stories. We love working with them and helping them figure out what they're going to do because they kind of need help in making decisions. So we're able to do that. And because we belong to SAN and some other networking groups in town, we're able to point them in the right direction.
Yeah, if they have other services
they need. Yes, because a
Yeah,
lot of times
definitely.
it's just not just the move, but as Deanna said, we help with a lot of different
They
things.
need us.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
they
You know,
really do.
most of the younger people, they don't need us.
Yeah,
Throw it in
Yeah.
a box and throw it in the truck.
Yeah.
yeah,
We don't do that.
right, right. Well, thank you so much for taking time out and coming to TCTV studio and getting the word out. So if somebody wanted to ask a question or set up an interview for you to come and talk to them, how would they get a hold of you? What's your number?
My number is 360-459-1527.
Okay,
We also have a website,
okay,
which is www.movingforseniorswwa.com.
okay, wonderful.
So,
It's an easy way to get a hold of you.
Yes.
Either on the website, there's a contact me button,
yes.
or phone number. And they could call me at Senior Services too, because I've got your contact information.
Great.
So, thank you so much, and I'll
Thank
look
you.
forward to hearing the other questions that the SAN group asks you later on.
Yes. Thank
So,
you.
and I'll think, oh, I should have asked them that on TV.
Yeah.
But that's okay. If I really need to, I'll ask you back and you can answer that question, okay? All right. Thanks so much, Deanna
Thank you,
and Karen.
Eileen.
I really
Thank
appreciate
you.
it.
Yes,
Thank
thanks
you.
for having us.
Yes.
In case you hadn't noticed, there's a great energy at work here in the South Sound. It's called SAN, the Senior Action Network, and the name says it all. The collective knowledge, experience, and commitment of dozens of organizations and service providers represents an invaluable resource for older adults and their families. Truly, SAN is there when you need to reach out. Find out more, visit their website, or call us at 586-6181 and get on board as we celebrate live.